Sharks. Now we're getting ready to talk about going wide, ladies and gentlemen. Wide versus deep. I'm telling you right now, wide or die is it. And we know that we have a billionaire's business building philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. We know who the billionaire is, Mr. Art Williams, ladies and gentlemen. He always believed in going wide. And I'm telling you right now, your coach, right now, your team, the great dream team, we go wide. The world will be going wide, I guarantee you right now. I'm going to solve some of the mysteries of marketing, and the mysteries that have ever been solved is right now. And we're talking about wide versus deep, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people believe that going deep is for income and going wide is for stability. I'm telling you right now, that isn't true, ladies and gentlemen. It is the absolute opposite. I said going wide is income and depth is stability. Ladies and gentlemen, 24 years, once again, 24 years in the game. I know millionaires and I know billionaires in the business, and they talk about going wide. Let me tell you what I mean. They talk about going wide, not just fast. Ladies and gentlemen, they talk about going wide first. You need to go wide first in your business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you build a house, you would build the foundation first. Is that right, ladies and gentlemen? Can you build a big house and build a small foundation first? Ladies and gentlemen, you can't have a foundation this big, ladies and gentlemen, and try to build a house on top of it that big. Ladies and gentlemen, it won't stand, you understand, the test of time. Well, it's the same way about your business, ladies and gentlemen. You better go wide, and I mean you better go wide. You understand that? But you got to go wide first. So there's different attributes about going wide. It isn't just going wide, but you got to go wide fast. You don't recruit one person and then recruit one person. Try to recruit 3 and 4 and 5 people real fast, ladies and gentlemen. Do it first in the business. If you're new, do it now. Go wide now, ladies and gentlemen. I built 18 legs in my first 2 months in the business. I ain't never recruited that many people ever again in the last 9.5 years I've been doing prepaid legal, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't went wide like that since then. You understand that? I should, you understand? If I was in my right mind, I would go wider, you understand that? That's why you got to go wide first. Because you're going to lose your mind. You start making money from going wide. You're going to build a big team, and it's going to get good to you. It's going to feel good, and you're going to slow down some. That's why you go wide fast, and you go wide first. Let me tell you something. When you go wide, ladies and gentlemen, that means you're putting people direct to you, and therefore that there's no odd body in between you. Now, if you would place people under somebody, that's not going wide. If you recruit somebody, ladies and gentlemen, you put somebody under somebody, what happens to you is that now you've given that override away. Let's say that you are a manager, and then you recruit somebody, you understand, and you place them under somebody else, ladies and gentlemen. The person you put them up under, the person you gave the override to, because now they're under one of your persons. When they go manager, they're getting a manager override. You understand? If I recruit this person here and they're direct to me, and then I recruit another person here, but I put them under that person, ladies and gentlemen, that's that person. They're that person's underwriter, right? Here's A right here that I recruited personally, and then I got B right here, ladies and gentlemen, that I recruited, but I don't keep B direct to me. I keep them direct to me, that's going wide. No, what I do is I take them and I put them and place them under here. You don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. That's no. Now, look at this right here. Watch this. No, don't do that right there. You put them up under there, and then now A is going to override off of B. You understand that? And then you ain't going to be able to see your way to the top. I'm trying to tell you, you can't do that. You can't go A, B, C, and then try to go D, putting it down there. D is for dum-dum. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go wide or die. You understand it? Now, watch what happens. If I recruit A and I put B under here, B is going to be able in a position to write business and then bring in C, but guess what? They're under this person's organization. They're getting overrides. This person's getting their overrides. These individuals, B and C, is part of A's base shop. Ladies and gentlemen, you're taking people wide that would be wide to you, and you're putting them in somebody else's base shop. A lot of times people don't understand it. They think that, well, you know, this person's going to get excited, they'll get promoted, and then, of course, you can get promoted. Ladies and gentlemen, we can field train A to get 3 people to get them promoted. We ain't got to give them nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, you never know what somebody's going to do. You never know who's going to be the stud. Let me tell you something. You could take D right here, could be your 4th recruit, and you place D because you don't think D gonna make it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We recruited a 19-year-old kid, him and his wife, didn't know nothing about nothing. You understand? Couldn't pour Kool-Aid out of a boot with the instructions on the heel. You understand that? But about 7.5, 8 years later, you understand, they're doing around 1,100 memberships a month. You understand that? That little 19-year-old kid recruited somebody, that recruited somebody, that recruited somebody. So what happens is is that, yeah, the death brings the stability, the long-term numbers, the big numbers are coming. You understand it? But you understand I'm talking about the quick and then the fast and then the dead, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get in there and try to get rich quick and then move fast and you're going to end up dead. You got to go wide, you understand it? And then you go deep. And you field train deep. You don't stack and place down deep, ladies and gentlemen. You lose a lot of money. Now, over the years, what Yvette and I have done is we were 12 wide as a director, ladies and gentlemen. Our first year made $98,000. I almost made $100,000 because we had 12 organizations wide, ladies and gentlemen. You understand that? We had 12 different people reporting us directly, and then we field training each leg. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our other training programs will explain that to you. But we field train those people deep, and those legs were developed, ladies and gentlemen. They're alive today. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you have 12 legs building like that, it's just like I'm telling you, Jesus went out and took 12 disciples and told them to go out among the world and spread the gospel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you today that, hey, all 12 of y'all, all 1,200, all 12,000, I want you to go among the world and teach the system, dadgummit. I'm trying to tell you that this is the most awesome thing I could ever tell you right now is wide or die, ladies and gentlemen. And wide versus deep, it ain't no comparison. If you had to pick one of the two, you better pick wide over deep all the time because deep will take care of itself. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. All you got to do is have some kids to have some grandkids. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? You ain't got to teach them nothing. They'll figure it out. You understand it? It's a natural process, just like doing the business. When you recruit somebody, they're going to naturally find somebody. A blind squirrel is going to find an acorn someday around the acorn tree. Sometimes, you understand it, that you got to go and put a little gasoline on that baby, and that's what the field trainer does. So when you recruit somebody, you don't need to put nobody up on it. Field train them, you help them find B. Field train B, and B will help find C. Field train C, and C will find D, ladies and gentlemen, and you will find, and you will see your way at the top, and you don't want to put D under C, ladies and gentlemen, because D stands for dum-dum when you do that, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go wide, you understand it? Because I'm telling you, wide is it, only the wide survives. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? That's how you get big. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Right? In October, ladies and gentlemen, in October 2004, I had a month because of going wide and building a big base shop, ladies and gentlemen. I had my first $100,000 month, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, made over $106,000 in paid commissions went to me in 1 month because I went wide, ladies and gentlemen. You understand that? You understand that? I ain't the widest person in the world. I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I understand the difference between wide and deep, ladies and gentlemen. I just told you something. What I just gave you worth $1 million. Matter of fact, I ought to send you a bill, but I'm just going to give it to you for free because half of y'all ain't going to listen to it, but the other half we going to take over the world because I'm telling you right now, wide versus deep is a big, big difference, and a lot of people are confused about that because what they're doing is they're placing and stacking. And ladies and gentlemen, you're trying to structure your business. Ladies and gentlemen, you're trying to use a system of gifting. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't use gifting. You understand that gifting is illegal. You can't have a gifting club. You can't give gifts, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be in a system right now where you develop people. Developing people is taking their market. Developing people is helping them. Developing people is teaching them how to have a system to where recruiting never stops. And when you have a system where recruiting never stops, membership never stops. Well, let me tell you something. You can put people under people, and you can get more people that way. You can be big all you want, but you ain't going to make more money because let me tell you what happened, wide versus deep. If I recruit somebody direct to me and they become an executive director, ladies and gentlemen, I get a $10 first generation override because they're direct to me. Is that right? So I get $10. Now, when they recruit somebody and that person becomes an executive, they get $10. Is that right? But they're first generation to them, but they're second generation to me. Is that right? So I get $5. And so let's say that we go back from the day we get in the beginning, because it's what you do at the beginning of the business is going to tell the whole story. Is that right? Is that I recruit A, you understand that? And then I take B and I put B under A, right? And then right now it look good because I'm going to help make A manager. I'm going to help make A a director. So you get away with it right now, but down the road, A becomes an executive director. Is that right? And then I get what? A $10 first generation override. Is that right? And then A promotes me to bronze because if you have one executive director, you become a bronze. Is that right? So wonderful. Now I'm a bronze. Okay, good. But let's say that I put B, 4 or 5 years ago, 2 years ago, I put B under A. B should have been direct to me, should have been wide, but I didn't because I'm trying to circumvent the system. I'm trying to manipulate the system. I'm trying to fool the computer. I'm trying to speed up the process. I'm trying to make leaders, you understand, out of molehills. You understand it? I'm telling you, you got to be able to do it yourself. You can't just make a leader. A leader got to make itself. See, ladies and gentlemen, you don't find leaders. I believe that you develop them. Everybody thinks there are born leaders. There's no such thing as born leaders, ladies and gentlemen. You got to develop them. So watch this. And so now B that I put under A years ago, now A is the EBQ, so is B. So B ain't directed me. So B is a second generation. A, I get $10. B, I get $5 on. If I'd have kept B direct to me years ago, then when B becomes an EBQ, I don't care if it takes them a little longer. Hey, field train them, work with them, put some people under B. You could take B and put people under B, you understand that, and build them, you know, all you want. But I'm telling you right now, the fact is, all you did was take C and put them under B, and C could have been an EBQ. A be bronze, B be silver, C be gold. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how you do it, every time you put somebody under somebody, you're going to wish you had that person direct. You may not wish it then, but later you will. Now watch what happens. Remember, you put A, you put B under A years ago. They're both EBQs. Now A is a bronze. Well, I made A a bronze because I put B under A. That doesn't make sense. I put B under A and made A a bronze. Well, I'm a bronze. You know, A got an EBQ. I got an EBQ. A is my EBQ. B is A's EBQ. Is that right? So now the $9.68 EBQ bronze bonus override going to A. I gave that to A. Well, you think it's nothing. So when you first did it, it sounded really smart. You thought you was really cute, made a lot of sense. 2-3 years down the road, you recognize that B doing 300 memberships, and you gave, and now the $9.68 bronze override going to A, right? B doing 300, but you gave B to A. You put B in A's base shop. Now the executive director upline is A, not you. You're the second generation. So now I ain't getting the 968 and won't get it, won't ever get it back. You understand? Every time B go EBQ, I lose it. So what happens is that now that's 968, and because B is the executive director, right, and A is first generation, B is second generation, what happens is I don't get $10 off of B if they were direct right here, is that right? I would get $5 with B down here. So now I just lost $5 in EBQ generational bonus override, plus the B, by placing them, made A an EBQ, so now A is a bronze. And so now I lose the bronze EBQ bonus override. So I'm losing the 968, and I'm losing the $5 second generation, losing the $10 first generation executive director bonus. So now it's just $5 because I put them under. So that's $5, right, for generational loss, and then there's $9.68 I'm losing the bronze because I made A bronze. Is that right? That's the placing. You understand? You putting people upon yourself is what you're doing when you placing. And so now that's $9.68 plus $5. And I believe that's what, $14.68. Is that right, ladies and gentlemen? So again, take $14.68, now times it by 300 memberships that B is doing. What's 300 times $14.68? Ladies and gentlemen, get your calculator out, add that up, and tell me that how much money that is you just gave away to A per month, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I love A, you understand? I love him like a brother that got the same mother as mine, you understand? But I'm telling you right now, you don't love nobody that much. You give somebody 300 times $14.68 worth of override because you was trying to go manager real fast. Right at the beginning, you understand, you're 2-3 tiddlywinks old in the business and you giving people away like you a superstar. You can't give nobody away. I can give people away. You ain't wide, I'm wide. You understand it? You gonna die. You understand it? You can't do the business that way. You got people sitting there telling you when they platinum, saying you can play stuff. You can do it when you platinum. Maybe you're 100 wide and you telling people that. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You understand that? I can do whatever I want to do right now. It don't make no difference. I can play stack all you want. But I know one thing. If I do that 3-4 years from now, it's going to cost me. And what it may cost me is going platinum 10 or 12 one day. I don't know what it may cost. So even if I did that, don't matter what position you're in, whether you're in the Players Club or whether you're in the Millionaires Club, won't make no difference. Every time you do that, it's going to cost you. There ain't no prospective person. You understand it? This system ain't favoring one over the other. These are the law. This is the way it is. You understand it? Just like gravity. You understand? It's a ventriloquial force that pulls you down. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'm telling you right now, depth is for stability. It's long term. So you keep everybody direct to you, and then over a period of time, they going to get with, you understand it? Because remember I said when you have some kids, you're going to have some grandkids, and you sure going to be a great-grandparent one day. You understand? It keep going and going and going and going. Let me tell you a secret, folks, right now. All you got to do is have a baby. You understand that? And then there's the genealogy of your family, your life. Is that right? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, all you got to do is get a recruit, and there's the genealogy of your team and your life. I tell you right now, we ain't ran out of people yet. Am I right on this earth? We still got some more people, right? Despite popular opinion, people still getting married, having kids, babies, You understand it? This is a reproduction system. You understand it? That'll never end, just like this recruiting process. All you got to do is have a bunch of kids, but I'm telling you right now, have them kids wide. You understand that? Because you sure know going to be a great, great, great grandparent one day, that you're going to be, there's greatness going to be, you're going to have great heritage, you're going to have great lineage, you're going to have a great team, a big team, but the difference is in making a lot of money. And sometimes when you move somebody under one of those legs, it costs you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And ladies and gentlemen, what I do, I ran Legs Deep. I have some base shop. You build them base shop legs, ladies and gentlemen. I've had months where I have 700, 800 memberships in the base shop. Well, when you're in a base shop like that, ladies and gentlemen, remember those are directors or below, right? There's no EBQ between them. So that means you get the $34 EBQ bonus, then you get the $968 bronze, the $691 silver, the $553 gold. When you get to the platinum level, the $2.77 level, I'm telling you right now, because you've been going wide, you understand that income obviously will hit. But I tell you what's even wider, when you go wide first, and then you understand that when you go wide fast, and you'll be able to go platinum 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then maybe you will become a platinum 7 one day. And you'll be at the top of the mountain, just like a great white shark, ladies and gentlemen. You're the king of the domain, #1 in the world, stronger than the dinosaurs. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let anybody put you in a small environment. Go wide, ladies and gentlemen. Wide or die, everybody.